Thank you for joining us for a special edition of Your Reporter Behind the Story on the Boulder terror attack. On Sunday, June 1st, your reporters were sent to Pearl Street after reports that someone was throwing Molotov cocktails at people who were walking in support of Israeli hostages. We have that crew with us now. Kelly Worthman anchored our coverage live all afternoon. Your reporter Michael Abeyta and Olivia Young were also at that scene. So Kelly, I want to start with you. Walk us through the process of how this coverage started and then came together.
Sure. Well, I mean, it was in the afternoon, shortly after our regular editorial meeting where we kind of discussed the plan for the day, and one of our coworkers who doesn't work the weekend shift said that her friend was in Boulder and saw what was happening and was sending video, and we had a lot of questions, of course, about that. And so we immediately started calling Boulder police, and upon seeing some of the video that our coworker's friend captured, we were like, we definitely need to be down there. So we sent our crews, we sent Olivia, we sent Andrew as quickly as they could get down there, and then I came here to the set and we were ready to go on the stream as we were getting that information from both Boulder police and then our crews there in Boulder, what they were learning from witnesses.
Just another example of how we use CBS News Colorado to keep you updated even when we don't have live newscasts. We are live on the stream. Olivia, you were one of the first reporters there. You were actually on your way to a different story that afternoon when we found out about this, and then you were at that press conference with Boulder police and talked to witnesses who were at the Pearl Street Mall. What was the overall mood at that press conference, because we were still learning more about the attack that had taken place?
Yeah, Michael, I would say the overall mood was probably confusion as well as chaos, because like you said, we really didn't know. We just knew there were reports of an attack. We were seeing on social media a little more, some pictures of what might have been this guy, but none of that had been confirmed by police. So there were a lot of people there that I encountered that were kind of just walking around through Pearl Street and coming upon this scene that had been sectioned off. You're also talking to people who heard it or saw it, and it was just a lot of fear and confusion, hoping to learn more about how this happened.
As a reporter, and this is something that we have all experienced, but for people who aren't reporters, what goes through your mind when you're at a scene like that? Are you just trying to talk to anybody that you can find?
Yeah, you're pretty much trying to do anything you can to find out what happened. So getting as close as we can get. Obviously, when I got there, the area was closed off, but you could go just a block away. So I talked to some businesses that were in that area, talked to the people passing. Your heart's definitely beating when you're rushing into that breaking news situation, because we weren't even aware that this person had been caught at the time. So definitely also having your guard up as you try to learn everything you can.
Yeah.
Right.
I want to bring in your reporter, Michael Abeyta. Michael, while Olivia was at that press conference, you were making your way to synagogues throughout Boulder to see how that community, the Jewish community, was staying safe. And I know you've also been through mosques there as well. And this is something that hits close to home for you.
Yeah, going to mosque on Friday, it's always a concern for safety when you're there, because you're not a part of the dominant faith here in the country, and you worry that other people who may disagree with your faith or disagree with your culture or the things you believe, that they may show up and try to do something. So definitely I could feel the pain, and I could understand the pain. I cannot feel it, but I could understand the pain that the community was going through, because it's always something that when you gather together as a faith, whether it's a Muslim, Islam like me, or whether you're Jewish, it's always something that's kind of in the back of your mind, and you kind of worry about is that, is something going to happen? Are we in danger just by gathering to express our faith and to be together? So, when I heard about this happening, Andrew was at the scene, Olivia was at the scene, they were already doing a great job. So I wanted to seek out the people who were being affected by this and really tell their story and, give their community a voice, because I know that their community was the one that was hurting at that moment.
Yeah, Michael, thank you. And obviously, this is something that impacts the entire community, entire state, and entire country, no matter what your political beliefs or religious beliefs as well. And Kelly, you and I were discussing as well. Andrew Hobner was one of the first reporters on that scene, and we know he actually got there before the police got there to set up that barricade that Olivia was talking about.
Yeah, and it was really incredible to get his perspective, because one of the things that I thought really helped bring perspective to our coverage was his understanding of Pearl Street. Having been a student at the University of Colorado, being very familiar with that area, he had an ability to give us, the team back here, but then also the viewers, an understanding of where this took place, who frequents that area, to get a better understanding of the impact. And then when the evacuation zone kept expanding, he was able to move with that and give a better detail of how that was affecting the area.
Well, thank you all for your coverage and for your perspective and for giving us insight as to how this came together. Obviously breaking on Sunday, and then we, of course, continued to cover it for the last several of days, and we'll continue to cover the very latest for you with the Boulder terror attack here online and on our website, cbscolorado.com.